Hello guys, welcome to episode 28 of the Football Manager Creator Showcase. I am the Custard Prophet. If you are new here and wondering what this is all about, this is where we get creators who make Football Manager content on YouTube, on Twitch or any other platform really. We get them to come over to this series and ask them a bunch of questions. We ask them about their content, what they do, what got them started, who they enjoy watching, all those sort of fun things. We try and get smaller creators and larger creators to come along, and it just gives a place for these guys to showcase their talents and what they do outside of the normal areas. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. We've got an excellent lineup again today, so I am very, very excited about that. Now, before we get into the showcase itself, I just wanted to just have a little message to you guys. I just got to ask a couple of questions just about the future of the showcase. I want to know in your mind, and I'd have some comments and leave some comments down below if you will, please. What are the things that works well on the showcase? What do you think would improve it? What would you like to see on this that isn't already here? Positive and negative criticisms would be hugely appreciated as we move into FM21. I want to improve this, and I think the best way to do that is to see what you guys want to see. Okay guys, right, we have two creators for you guys today, two fantastic creators. One who's been around the scene for quite some time, since I think 2017, one who started very recently, both of whom are really, really good and well worth dropping on by. We have KegManPlays and JDFM. Now, if you're not familiar with either of those, KegManPlays, he is a Twitch creator, but he also has content on YouTube, and JDFM is I think solely a YouTube creator with the thoughts of moving to Twitch at some point in the future. Both of whom are making some awesome content. We get to find out what they're going to do for FM21, so I think that's enough for me. Let's get over and see what's going on.
Hello guys, I am the KegMan. Most people know me as Kyle. You can call me Kyle if you want, but Keg is fine. I've been producing content since 2017, late 2017, starting with FM 2017, I believe, and have mostly produced Football Manager content since then. There has been some other games. Motorsport Manager is something I think I'm more notable for. I live in Ipswich. I moved here a few years back. I have a wonderful wife. I've got two wonderful little girls. We've got another child on the way soon. Due in April, so I'm looking forward to that. It'd be nice to have a little boy after being completely surrounded by girls. So currently on Twitch, I am streaming. It's a wonderful, wonderful save. It's created. It's basically a custom database that was created by Azaris after I asked him to. We managed to save in this league last year, and it was good fun. We're managing in a league, or we're managing in a nation of Guam. If you don't know where Guam is, it's a small Pacific island nation that is slightly closer to the Philippines than it is to the Americas, but it is a US territory. So they basically, the US own them. If you were to go to war with Guam, you'd go to war with the US, and that is not a good idea. The team we're managing, however, they're a wonderful team called FC Barcelona. And if you know me, my nickname being Keg, you know it's a match made in heaven. I've actually managed to contact the club as of late. It took me ages to get hold of their contact details. But I do have an email correspondence going on with the man I believe is the captain for the club, called Pele Torres. And I think this is going to become a yearly thing. I think we're going to do a yearly run-through of Guam. I'm going to try and make it a longer thing next year. It is a good laugh. It's a really good time. We've just won promotion out of second tier to the Premier League. We'll probably end up being a amateur outfit still. The entire league is amateur outfit. And I can't see us getting to the point where we're going to turn professional before Football Manager 2021 releases.
I think 10-14. I don't think they're going to be involved in a proper relegation battle. Do I know what time it is? Isn't it time to play Rolling by Limp Bizkit? Oh, GDF intake time, okay. Do. What a goal by Vinicius, by the way. What a goal, I think. Let's have a look at that again in slow motion before we get the drill out.
So my plans for Football Manager 2021 are expansive. I guess that's the way I could put it. So I'm planning on returning to YouTube. Now I kind of left YouTube off for a bit, and I've been producing some more videos as of late. So we've got 5 teams to manage, 5 more teams to manage, 5 hardest teams to manage. We got my most wanted feature, but I am planning on bringing back a couple of saves for YouTube. We've got the beta save for YouTube, which is going to be Liverpool. So we'll have 2 weeks of Liverpool. We're going to see if we can retain the title, maybe go on and do a bit more, win the Champions League, etc. And then once that is done, we're doing a long-term save with Margate, who are, if I remember rightly, tier 6. And that will probably be the long-term focus of YouTube when it comes to FM21 content. Over on Twitch, I've got quite a few more ideas. So for the beta save, we're going to be going with Newcastle. The reason behind us using Newcastle is that I've never managed Newcastle before in Football Manager or Championship Manager, so it's a new one for me. Once the Newcastle save is done, we're going to be going to 1860 Munich. Now, 1860 Munich is a team that I've wanted to manage for the last couple of years, but it hasn't necessarily been the right time. I love Germany. As a league to play in, Germany is an amazing league to play in. And with the history of 1860 them being in the 3rd tier now, and huge amounts of support too, it's a club that I like. Plus, Munich, Bavaria, Oktoberfest, beer, it all kind of ties in. I mean, I even have their 2018 Oktoberfest shirt here, and it is wonderful. It keeps getting called a tablecloth, but it is genuinely a beautiful shirt. Wonderful, wonderful shirt. And I love it and I adore it, and I paid a lot of money for it. And it's slightly too small for me at the moment, but I am losing weight. I'm in a massive losing weight process. Once 1860 Munich is done, I'll be going to Boreham Wood. The reason behind Boreham Wood is that one of my long-term viewers is a massive Boreham Wood fan. And I kind of wanted to... I did say to a lot of people that I would be doing a long-term, long-term lower league save on Twitch with an English club at some point. So it kind of makes sense to go with Boreham Wood in that regards. I also have a network save upcoming with Mozza. For those people who don't know Mozza, he's a great Scottish streamer and an absolutely top bloke. Me and him are doing the Old Firm Derby. Now, because he is a Jer fan, he's not a Jer fan. Because he's a Jer fan, he's being Rangers RB Celtic. And it's going to be, I think, a couple of seasons long. It's not going to be incredibly long. I'm actually planning on doing quite a few network saves next year on Twitch. I'm also planning on doing what I'm calling a play-along save. How do I really describe a play-along save? So I'm going to set up a save, and everything about that save will be exactly the same for everyone. So the manager will be the same, so same attributes. The team will be the same. The database will be the same. Everything will be exactly the same. And if anyone wants to take part in it, they play at the same time as me. So if we go live with that save, they play that save. There's no playing that save at any other time. And basically, we're just going to see who does the best. We'll have a scoring system in place. So it'll be a hidden scoring system, so no one really knows exactly how it's going to get scored. So it could be fun. And there'll be a prize for the winner. Nothing major, but there'll be a prize for the winner. So yeah, it could be an interesting thing. I don't think anyone's done it on Twitch before. It's not like it's a massively innovative style of save. It's just something that I wanted to do, that I can do with the community without, having to commit to a massive network save of community, which can become problematic with too many people. So I don't actually know. I think I remember sitting down and playing Football Manager, and I remember having a slight issue with something. So I do what you do, you go to Google and you sort of go, oh, you know, how can I get around this in X game, XYZ game? And just happened to stumble across YouTube, people playing the game on YouTube, which was, okay, wow, I'm really surprised by this. Didn't even know in 2017 that was a thing. So I watched a bit of Dr. Benji, as, you know, we all do. Watched a bit of Work the Space, a bit of Loki. And, I kind of thought, you know, this could be fun. This could be fun. I didn't really have much in the way of hobbies. I just, not that long ago, moved to a new town. So it's just something for me to do. And I started to enjoy it. YouTube, I wasn't, and I'm still not very good at. Twitch is definitely more me. If you can't tell yet, I'm fairly rough and ready. It's just my style. I'm very unprofessional. I'm very unprofessional. YouTube seems a bit too formal, but that's why I got into it. I thought it looked fun, and I wanted to carry on doing that. I wanted something to do, basically, and I'm glad I've done it. I got into YouTube through watching guys like Loki, Dr. Benji, Work the Space, etc. And I'll be honest with you, and this is no foul to those guys at all. Some of the stuff those guys produce is outstanding. It genuinely is. But I've kind of gone off watching YouTube content when it comes to Football Manager. I still occasionally, you know, I'll catch a shorter series. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably end up watching some of the big boys beta saves. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he's done it again this year, I'll probably catch some of the Journeyman that Loki does. But I'm normally consuming that content on Twitch these days, mostly because it's the FM Twitch community is the community I'm more ingrained in these days. And so there's a little bit of, you know, I'm going to go watch the guys I'm more friendly with, as such. So yeah, guys like Mozza, guys like Zealand, those kind of guys. Most of the guys I used to be in the FM Base stream team with. They're most of the guys I'd normally watch. Liam H as well, of course, who's a top bloke and doesn't quite get the recognition he deserves. Lewis as well, Lewis H90. When I get a chance to watch him, I'll watch him. But being a parent, I just don't get to watch as much as I'd like to these days. So, I don't know if you've... I genuinely don't know if you've known about this, but there's a few things you shouldn't do when you're starting out on Twitch when it comes to streaming. Number one is don't advertise your stream in another streamer's stream. So it happens a lot, and you know we've all been guilty of it. We actually have all been guilty of it, whether you want to admit to it or not. We've all done this at some point, whether it's intentionally or accidentally. But don't go into someone's stream and go, "Oh, hi mate, just to let you know, I also stream and I'm going live in 10 minutes." Don't do that. You're going to upset people. Yeah, really don't do that. Don't beg for raids either. So I basically say get yourself ingrained into that community first, or the Twitch community. Get your face known a little bit. And by that, I don't mean pipe up with a single message about 5 minutes before you go live, and then in someone else's chat, pop up with a single message, and then someone else is in single message, so on and so forth. Like literally in the space of 5 minutes before you go live. I've seen people do that before as well. What I mean is consume the content, talk, get involved in the content, and eventually you'll find that other streamers, other creators will recognize your name. So when they end their streams, for example, they'll go, "Oh, Dave was in my chat the other day talking and didn't realise he streamed. I'll tell you what we'll do, lads. We're going to take us over. We'll go raid Dave. He's got one viewer at the moment, so we'll go give him a raid." And, you know, you might get a few follows out of that as well. You might get a few viewers, a bit more, you know, you might get a few more viewers out of it, people hanging around. I'd say that's definitely the way to do it. Yeah, and don't spam Discords with self-promotion. Don't do that either. You'll wind people up. So, yeah, I like my beers. Part of the name, part of the gimmick is I not review craft beer as such. I drink craft beer. I've got about 14, 15 sat next to me right now. That's actually a very low number for me right now. Incredibly low. So if you're English, chances are, unless you want to pay big money, you wouldn't have had some of the Bavarian beers that are out there. I would say something like an Augustiner or a Tegernseer Hell, if you like lager, really good lager. But a Rothaus Tannenzapfel, which I don't actually have one with me, which is a shame, is a glorious beer, a genuinely lovely beer that whenever I get the chance to buy it, I buy it. If you are more versed in German beers and you're not averse to a stout, Wiper and True do a milkshake. It's literally called Milkshake Stout. It's a chocolate milkshake stout. It's not high percentage, but it's beautiful. It's one of the best beers I've ever had. And outside of that, from Switzerland, there is Log Out and Live from White Frontier, which is one of my very favourite beers. And if you manage to get hold of it, I can't remember if it's Iowa or Idaho. There's a brewer called Toppling Goliath who do some wonderful IPAs. King Sue and Pseudo Sue are probably their better two known. Pseudo Sue is sublime. Yeah, I would recommend any of those. And if anyone wants any more recommendations for any particular style of beer, whether you like IPAs, Napers, lagers, pilsners, stouts, there's loads of different styles of beer, hit me up. I'm sure I can point you in the right direction. Be nice, stay safe, and don't be a twat. I've been a KegMan. I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello everybody, Johnny here, also known as JDFM. Thank you, Custard Prophet, for inviting me on to this FM Creator Showcase. Very happy and proud to be invited, and it's good to be here. A little bit about me. I'm 38 years old. Like I say, I live in South Wales in Swansea. I've been doing this YouTube for approximately 3 months now. Started in the middle of lockdown as a creative output, and yes, it's gone from there. So my content over on YouTube is through two different channels. One is me, JDFM, and I put out a Road to Glory save with Wrexham, and I also do a few little experiments. Looking to branch out as we go into FM21 with some cheeky little ideas I'll tell you about soon. My other channel is the Creators Championship, something I put together back in August, I believe. We all know about the big boy with the draft competition, which is, let's be honest, outstanding. It's elite level entertainment within Football Manager, and I just wanted to create something maybe for the smaller creators out there to showcase their talents and to maybe get a little stepping stone or platform into a greater audience. So the content on my main channel, JDFM, is revolving mainly around my Wrexham save called Hiraeth, Call of the Dragon. Hiraeth is a Welsh word. It means the draw of the land, like homesickness. It's a very traditional Welsh word I played on, and obviously the dragon being Welsh as well. So the save is a Bilbao-esque type save. We're managing Wrexham, like I said, only recruiting Welsh players, Welsh staff, and I'm hoping to get a Welsh chairman on board, but I cannot get rid of the English guy. He just will not go anywhere. Alongside that Road to Glory save, I also do a few little experiments. I did a psychology experiment a while back, which was quite interesting. And more than recently, I've done a top 5 original FM21 save ideas, which has actually gained a lot of views. My biggest view so far. Proper clickbait, to be fair. But yeah, so that's my JDFM channel. My other one, which is the Creators Championship, all of that content revolves around the Creators Championship. We've done season 1, which was such a good laugh, and the creators who got involved were some of the best around. People that I never knew months ago, never knew existed, but some really good guys. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think that the content we put out was good. I'm quite proud of it, and I'm still looking to grow and looking to change a few things moving forward. But with season 2 on the horizon, which when this comes out you may know a lot more about it, I'm hoping to continue that channel to grow even further. Gets the ball out to George at the moment, who very luckily wins it. Comes into Thomas, who I've been slagging off so much. Hasn't scored since February. Gets a goal. 1-0. 18th goal of the season. Oh, we didn't even need highlights. Just get in there. Come on, demand a bit more. My plans for FM21. Okay, I'll give some spoilers. I'm hoping by the time this comes out that things are out in the public domain. So to break it down, I'll start off with JDFM, my channel. FM Beta, not Beta, Lalujo, Beta, is Atalanta. We're going to do an Atalanta adventure. Great club in real life. Had a fantastic journey last season, coming so close to beating PSG in the Champions League semi-final. A lot of time for the club. So I'm going to dive over to Italy and have a couple of weeks there trying to break into Serie A top 2, maybe win the league, do well in the Champions League again, but mainly just tactics, get used to the game, all the little nuances that we don't know about. So that's the start of FM21. From there, my main save, and I'm really hoping this has gone into the public domain by now, but if it hasn't, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot. I'm going to bridge the gap between real life and the FM life, if you will. So I've got in touch with a club, Margate, and the save we're going to do together is Margate to Glory, A Time for Heroes. Now, Margate, first of all, I've fallen in love with them as a club. They're fantastic, what they do on and off the pitch, their facilities, and they link in with sixth form, and they've got some fantastic training facilities for the youth there. Their kits, Custer Profit, if you want to pop these up here somewhere now, are just ridiculous, and they're sponsored by the Libertines, who, if you're into music, you'll clearly know who they are. Reached out to them a couple of weeks ago just with an idea, saying it would be great to hire a virtual manager. Now, I know Leluju has done this before. He did it with Nuneaton, I believe it was. And from a viewer's perspective, I loved it. I love bridging the gap between the FM world and real world. And that's what I'm trying to do with Margate. But taking it that little step further, to be fair. And I won't go into too much detail, but there'll be a lot coming out over the coming months. So yeah, that's going to be my main save. Alongside that, I don't stream at the moment, but Twitch is something I'd like to get into. And the save idea I've got there is called The Godfather. So it's a play on the football families within football. Like, you've got the big clubs out there who own lots of little smaller clubs. So Man City, the key example, they've bought clubs all over the world, literally down to Australia, into Europe, and I think even China, they might even own a club as well. But for me, I was going to go for Atletico Madrid, who are the lesser known sort of footballing family. They own Atletico Ottawa, who are a new club in the Canadian Premier League, who are obviously a recent league put into Football Manager. Really interested about that. The kits are fantastic. It's a very small league, so it's going to be limited, but we'll start there with the journey obviously coming up the footballing family. And the other team that Atletico Madrid own are Atletico San Luis, who are based in Mexico, another nation I've never considered managing, never even looked at the rules, to be honest with you. So the plan is to start off at the bottom of the family tree with Atletico Ottawa, move over to San Luis, and then to the Don, the Godfather, Atletico Madrid, and then obviously win the relevant trophies in the relevant countries. So it's going to be a busy year. I'm probably going to throw a few experiments in there. I do quite like the idea of the psychology of football, and I like looking at the hidden attributes and what actually goes on under the boot of Football Manager. So I'd like to get further involved with that. But that's the plans for JDFM. The Creators Championship channel, we're going to push hard again. Season 2, 8 creators in the bag. Super excited with the names we've got. Some really, really good guys. That will be coming out in FM20, so pre-FM21. FM21 will start Season 3 of the Creators Championship. The reason I got into content creation was boredom, I'll be honest. I primarily work from home, not before lockdown. Before that I was out every day, different sites every day, very active. But from March I've pretty much been in this prison with those fish taunting me. So the YouTube channel was essentially my creative output, one that I was massively lacking, and I've loved it ever since. I only had a laptop when I started, even used like a GoPro just to start creating content, and it's not the best. If I look back, I'm still not the best now, and I don't proclaim to be. I don't think anybody is perfect. We'll all learn in our trade and we'll get better as we go along, but it's just that practice, constantly churning out content. It's the only way to improve, and I've learned that. I've learned so much in a short space of time. It's not been cheap. I have upgraded some gear throughout the time, and nothing, not the top tier stuff, but stuff that I think will improve the quality of the content. And it's a labour of love when you get into it. You start producing content and you learn more about the industry, more about the graphics, the design, the editing side of things, and it pulls you in. I think about it most of the day, I'll be honest with you. It's some sort of stuff that I'm lying in bed thinking, oh, that would be a great idea, or let's have a look to see if I can buy this to improve the quality of the finish, and that's why I've got into it, really. It's that creative output, and I'm glad I've dived into it. And I'd urge anybody who's watching this, if you are considering doing it, just give it a go. It's such a nice community. There's no real hurt there. You can just dive in, try it out, and I'm pretty certain you'll come out the other end a lot happier. I've been watching Football Manager content for years and years now. I'm 38. I tend to watch more YouTube than real TV, to be honest with you. So there's a lot of creators I've enjoyed throughout the years. Special mentions to some of the big boys. Second Yellow Card, such a knowledgeable guy and incredibly funny. I do like him a lot. His Wimbledon save, outstanding. His Michelin save, brilliant. He just goes into all the in-depth bits. I learned a lot, in particular from the Wimbledon save, when he actually looks at like a half-time heat graph and that sort of thing. Very good creator. You got the big guys like Dr. Benji Lelujo, Loki Doki, who've almost like created trademarks within it. You look at the Road to Glory, Glory Hunter, Non-League to Legend. These guys are experts at what they do, but I suppose until July, that's all I knew. In terms of the FM content, it was just this level. But since then, I've learned there's such a high quality caliber below that. And I'm not going to name everybody because I will leave somebody out. And I've just finished watching Demand Moore's interview, and he did the same. He dived this question as well because you don't upset anybody. But I will give a few notable mentions. There's a couple of new boys who are smashing it lately. One in particular is FM Stinger. Really good lad. He was on board with us for the Creators Championship in the first season, and he's recently got into streaming over on Twitch, and he's smashing it. I think his first stream, he had Zealand raiding him, just absolute great fortune. But he's a good guy, and he's doing it well. And same as me, he's plying his trade. He's improving. Every week he's buying different things, growing as a creator, and he's doing so well. Another creator that I'm really enjoying at the moment is a guy called Mine and My FM. He's a very good lad. He's doing similar save to me with Newport, working his way up the leagues, recruiting Welsh players. But his style is fantastic. The transitions, the graphics he puts into it, there's a lot of effort. It's clean, and it's a good watch as well. I suggest you check out his content. Another creator who I love watching, I see his videos pop up in my sort of watch list, and I'm excited to see it, is FM Llama. One of those creators that genuinely makes you laugh. He's a good guy, but in terms of his videos, I'm watching it and I'm genuinely laughing. It's such good content. The backstories he puts, the effort he must put into editing those videos are beyond, and he is smashing it, and he's definitely one of the good guys of the Football Manager community. I think I'll leave it there in terms of creators that I am currently watching and currently enjoying. I could go on 10, 15, 20, but I'm not going to because I will miss somebody out. But the ones I mentioned, I'm particularly enjoying at present. I am enjoying the work they're putting out there, and I think you should all go and check them out. Okay, only thing I haven't covered, there's two bits. One is a special thanks, and it goes all the way back to my first ever video. Completely new to YouTube, chucked something out there, thought, it's going to be rubbish, it's going to be crap. But there were three people kind of pushing my first few videos, in fact. Zilla Blitz, one of the greatest voices in America and the world, was just liking, retweeting, commenting on all my videos, you know, and I learned a lot from that feeling, I suppose. It wasn't even just what he was saying, it was the fact of somebody like watching your content and giving you recognition. It's like a drug, honestly. You do chase it. Other people who are doing that, Flaky, who has got a really good FIFA channel with Mansfield, fantastic save. Again, such a good guy, chucking comments on there, giving me ideas, retweeting things, putting my video onto different pages. Just such a good person, didn't have to do it. And the other one who did that right at the very beginning is somebody I've already mentioned, that's FM Lama. One of the nice guys. He was, again, one of the reasons why I got lots of subs early on, just pushing, saying, check out this guy, he's new to the scene, give him a chance. So that's the one thing I'd like to particularly mention, a special thanks to those. And the final thing I will mention, and probably the best thing about getting into this Football Manager community over the last couple of months is due to a Discord channel, which is run by Demand More. I'm part of quite a few Discord channels, and all you tend to see is share content, and it's just, that's all you see. There's no chat, there's no interaction, there's no getting to know each other. It's different with Demand Mores. You turn up and, morning boys, how you doing? And there's like 10, 15 comments. Oh, I'm doing this today, doing that today. And there's genuine friendships that you can make there, you know. And the guys in that group are second to none. There's some really, really good people. And they're not just creators, they're people I've gotten to know. And I think that's been the biggest take from this whole experience from me. But I'm enjoying this journey. I'm enjoying getting to know people better. I like being an active part of this community. I think it's fantastic. So I hope you enjoy this video and get to know me a little bit better. Again, Caster Prophet, thank you so much for inviting me, mate. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Throwing out to the right, guessing into Josh, great ball into Chem. Where you going, Sandy? Into Spence! Woohoo! 1-0. Third goal of the season. The hit and miss man, as I called him. He's hit one right there. Let's watch this in all its three-dimensional glories. Chem Camel cuts inside, does really well. Two clever passes here. Spence, bosh.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. As always, it was a pleasure to put this together. Two absolutely top blokes. If you did enjoy their content creation styles and what they have planned for FM21, even though one of those saves I think was similar for both channels, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same at all. People will do saves very, very differently, and if anything, it'll be very interesting to see how two different creators go about the same challenge. But all their details are down below. We've got links to KegMan's Twitch, his YouTube, and anything else I can find from his array of social media presences, and also to JDFM's YouTube channel and his other YouTube channel, his Creators Championship YouTube channel. So those will all be down below if those sound interesting to you. Season 2 of the Creators Championship will be coming out very, very soon, as I understand, so look out for that. It's going to be very exciting to see who they've got involved and to see how that develops. I love the idea of a streamer showdown type thing for smaller creators on YouTube, so it's kind of not the streamer showdown, but I love that idea. I think it's fantastic. Also really like the idea of KegMan's play along save, similar to the verses that I did, but just taken to another level of craziness. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what goes on with there, and good to see him coming back to YouTube as well. Massively thankful to both of those creators for taking the time to put those videos together. Now, if you did enjoy any of these videos, as I say, go over to their channels. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. I always appreciate that. If you want to see more of these, and the showcase will be moving on through FM21. We might have a little break just as our FM21 arrives, but it will continue. Make sure you drop me a subscribe and you won't miss it at all. As I mentioned right at the start, if you could leave some feedback as to what you would like additionally in these showcase videos, maybe different questions that you would like asked, maybe variation in questions, which I've kind of started to try to do. You know, do I put an intro in? What would you like to see? What would you like to see? Would you like to see more creators, less creators, different types of creators? Yeah, up to you guys. Up to you. I want to see what the masses would like. Anyway, guys, thank you very much as always for taking the time to watch this all the way through. If you have enjoyed this, you know what to do, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.